I was looking for something most people missed. While the rest of the world was obsessed with DNA, I was looking at tire impressions on a dusty driveway in Arizona. The case of Nancy Guthrie may be closer to being solved than most people realize, and it's not because of a DNA bombshell. The evidence getting almost no public attention is the tire impression. Someone drove into Nancy Guthrie's driveway the night she disappeared. Someone drove away with her. Tires leave marks, and the Federal Bureau of Investigation has a database covering virtually every tire ever manufactured. If investigators pulled a clean print from that circular driveway, a print different from Tommaso Cayen's Honda, they may have had a suspect vehicle profile within hours. This video answers whether they ever gave that database anything to work with. If you believe Nancy deserves justice and you want to see how forensic science actually works behind the scenes, hit that like button right now. Share this video to keep her name alive, and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss a single update as this case breaks wide open. The Silent Witness, February 1st, 2026. Since February 1st, 2026, the day Nancy Guthrie was declared missing from her Catalina Foothills home in Tucson, Arizona, one word has driven this investigation more than any other: DNA. The focus is not irrational. Within days of Nancy's disappearance, Pima County Sheriff Chris Nanos confirmed that genetic material had been recovered from inside her home. Material that did not belong to Nancy, to her family, or to anyone with a documented reason to have been in that house. Investigators believed it might belong to the person who took her. The blood on the front steps, the porch, and the driveway were all confirmed as Nancy's. But the other DNA, the foreign DNA found inside, that became the thread the entire investigation has been pulling on. Identify it, and you likely identify the person responsible for one of the most gripping disappearances in recent American memory. But more than 2 months in, that thread has not led anywhere. Not to a name, not to an arrest, and not to a face behind the mask captured on that doorbell camera footage. The reason why matters enormously. Every day the DNA avenue stalls is another day this investigation needs something else to work with. And on the night of February 1st, something else was sitting on that driveway. The science of the tread, deep dive content. Most people following this case have a general sense that tire tracks can be useful, but they don't understand how precise the science actually is. The FBI's Criminal Justice Information Services Division, known as CJS, maintains the footwear and tire tread files database. Every major manufacturer submits their tread design specifications to this system. The groove configurations, the siping patterns, the block arrangements, and the precise dimensional measurements are all there. When a forensic examiner recovers an impression from a crime scene, they can identify with significant confidence the brand, model, and size of the tire. From there, secondary databases document which tire sizes are factory fitted to which specific vehicles. The chain of inference moves from a mark in the dirt to a vehicle class. This is not new science. This is an established discipline with minimum qualification standards. These examiners undergo hundreds of hours of training. What separates it from DNA is simple: the tire database does not require a suspect to already exist in a registry. It doesn't require a prior arrest record or a relative to have taken a commercial ancestry test. It only needs the impression. The challenge of decomposed granite. The driveway at Nancy's home is composed of decomposed granite. This material is common in the American Southwest. It is made of granite breaking down over time into coarse, gritty, sand-sized mineral particles. For a forensic examiner, it is challenging but not impossible. The challenge is that granular particles do not hold edges as well as mud or clay. But there is a secret weapon: oblique lighting. A light source positioned at a very low angle, nearly parallel to the ground, casts long, exaggerated shadows across even the most subtle surface variations. A tread compression that is completely invisible to the naked eye under ordinary light can become clearly defined when an oblique light source sweeps across it. The technique works because it exploits the physics of shadow. Shadow reveals depth that direct lighting flattens out entirely. The crime scene controversy, the conflict element. On day 67 of this investigation, Brian Enton sat down with Maureen O'Connell, a retired FBI special agent. She spent her career on the Evidence Response Team, the unit the FBI deploys to scenes that require the highest level of forensic processing. O'Connell's first instinct wasn't to look at the blood, it was to look at the driveway. She saw only one set of tracks in the aerial footage, the tracks belonging to Tommaso Caian's Honda. Caian had dropped Nancy off at approximately 9:48 p.m. and left by 9:50 p.m. His presence was a known quantity. O'Connell was looking for the unknown quantity. However, the management of the scene has come under fire. The Pima County Sheriff's Department released the scene within approximately 24 hours, then resealed it, then released and resealed it again. Jennifer Coffin-Daffer, another retired FBI agent, called this out as a critical failure. She stated that the supervisor in charge of the scene had, to their knowledge, never investigated a homicide before. The most shocking detail? A private pizza delivery vehicle was documented driving across the front lawn during the active investigation period. This kind of uncontrolled contact is exactly what destroys impression evidence. The final verdict, Nancy's legacy. If the FBI's database received a clean, properly scaled, oblique lit impression from that circular driveway, they would have a direction. In an investigation that has lacked a confirmed direction for more than 60 days, a vehicle profile is everything. Operational security means the FBI could be working this lead right now in secret. That is the best-case scenario. But if the door closed on that evidence window before the right team arrived, the most actionable evidence in the case might be gone. Nancy Guthrie is still out there. Her family is still waiting. The investigation remains open, and the driveway has not given up its answer publicly. If this video gave you something to think about that the mainstream coverage has not, please share it. Every person who understands what was at stake is one more person who refuses to let this case go quiet. What do you think? Was the evidence destroyed by the pizza delivery car, or is the FBI holding a secret suspect vehicle profile? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. I read every single one. Don't forget to subscribe to help us reach more people and bring Nancy home.